Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. The International Compliance Association, in conjunction with the Bahamas Institute of Financial Services and the Bahamas Association of Compliance Officers, BACO, announces the launch of a new internationally recognized qualification. We're very pleased to have on Bahamas at Sunrise Mrs. Farida Sands, President of the Bahamas Association of Compliance Officers, of course, Ms. Kim Bodie, Executive Director at BIFS, and we have a visitor in the house all the way from the UK, Mr. Tim Tyler. He is the AML and Financial Crime Course Director at the International Compliance Training Institute. Tim, welcome to the Bahamas.
Thank you.
Yeah. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
So this is something that is brand new. It's a new certification for the betting and gaming industry. Who's going to take the first question and tell us what this certification is all about?
Well, let me start off by saying that the Bahamas Institute of Financial Services, as you know, we represent the training arm of the industry. Mm-hmm. In 2001, we partnered with BACO, the Bahamas Association of Compliance Officers, to introduce the compliance certification. With the emergence of the gaming industry, we thought it would be fitting that we should look at the opportunity of professionalizing this industry, mm-hmm. and assisting the employers who are joining the sector in obtaining a professional qualification. Okay. So we have looked to our partners again in the UK at ICT, the International Compliance Training mm-hmm. Body, to assist us in writing a curriculum for this, to introduce a fundamentals program, an introductory program, and then later we would look at how we would offer an intermediate and even a higher level of training as the industry continues to grow and develop.
Mm-hmm. When we're talking, Farida, when we're talking compliance, I mean, why is this such a necessary topic? I mean, it has its own association, of course, and why is it necessary within this particular industry?
Well, compliance is something that has evolved, mm-hmm. and if we go all the way back to 2000, we would know that we had a plethora of laws passed. Compliance is the way in which the industry, financial services, in which gaming and betting is now a part of, because mm-hmm. it's legal in the Bahamas, mm-hmm. That is the way we have a standard. Mm-hmm. So we know that we are part of all of these international organizations. Mm-hmm. There are rules that govern the industry, and as gaming is a legitimate business in the Bahamas now, mm-hmm. we have to ensure that their employees are on point with whatever it is that the statute says, mm-hmm. and guidelines mm-hmm. that are out there for us to follow.
All right, Tim, I'm pretty sure gaming and betting is not a new subject and topic for you. Maybe things are a little bit different here in the Bahamas, and particularly with this new certification course. You're here obviously scouting it out and researching exactly what it is that we're going to be putting forward. Tell us a little bit about what your involvement is going to be.
So, you're right, I am here. I've been here all week, and it's been a great pleasure to work with BIFS and with BACO. My involvement, as Ms. Bodie said, is to develop the course. Mm-hmm. So I've been spending time with the gaming houses, understanding their business, mm-hmm. the controls they have in place. But the particular focus is around money laundering, and what we can do to prevent money laundering within the business. There's so much money mm-hmm. that's going through the gaming houses, mm-hmm. so many of these things across the islands, mm-hmm. and there is a risk that they are subject to money laundering, and we're working together to try and counter that mm-hmm. risk.
So who's eligible for this certification and these courses? Is it just compliance officers, or it's just straight across the board?
Straight across the board.
Straight across the
board. Like I said, we are starting from ground mm-hmm. bottom, and so we're going to introduce what is anti-money laundering. Mm-hmm. So we're providing the fundamentals mm-hmm. of the training at this particular level. Mm-hmm. So we're looking at frontline staff. Mm-hmm. As you know, this particular industry now employs well over 3,000 young people. Right. Mm-hmm. And they come from varying backgrounds, mm-hmm. and so we need to help them to understand mm-hmm. financial services mm-hmm. and how it really relates to the gaming and betting sector.
Well, I'm going to give Tim the last word in this particular segment. Tim, at the end of the day, once the course is finished, what do you see as being the goal, the intended outcome?
Ms. Bodie mentioned that we're here to professionalize, to raise standards within the industry, and I think that there's a number of parts to that. For this course, it's about understanding the nature of the industry, but also the nature of money laundering mm-hmm. and how it presents a threat to the industry. Mm-hmm. And then secondly, what we can do about that to ensure it doesn't take place.
Well, excellent. Well, I tell you what, this is obviously a very comprehensive subject, and hopefully we have another opportunity to bring you back on the show once the course starts. Kim, Farida,
Yeah.
Tim, very nice having you on Bahamas at Sunrise and in the Bahamas.
Thank you very much.
And thank you, and happy Pride's Day,
I tell you,
happy Independence Day.
She's not saying it, but she's bringing
I love the
She
Bahamas.
loves the Bahamas,
Yes,
and we do too here on
Yes.
Bahamas at Sunrise.
Yes.
We'll be right back.